Julie, it's so nice to be with you this morning out here. You know, the sun's not out, but it's still a beautiful morning here in New Jersey. You're getting ready for another Hambletonian with Venerate, the colt that you're jogging now. He's just a talented colt, and I think you knew it from day one, didn't you?
Oh yeah, you know, when we went out to Hunterton and we're inspecting all the babies, you know, he really caught our eye at that point, you know. A great dam and peaceful camp, and you know, we'd already kind of been fond of Love Yous. He had a great turnout, and you know, Andy and I are like, wow, what a nice looking colt. Let's see how it develops at the sale.
You and Andy certainly have the recipe for success now. Once again in the Hambletonian, it has to be pretty consistent the last 5 or 6 years. And you know, what is it like to be in it again?
You know what, Wendy, it's always a magical week. The best day, in my opinion, of harness racing at the Meadowlands. They put on a great product up there. And you know, just to be in it is an honor. What, if I hit you? And that's why we wear helmets in the sport. And not to just be in it is spectacular, but to finally win it would be nice. He was just scared. He was spooked. Robin's race. Oh, we just hit wheels. Robin's racing, Wendy.
You and Andy down at the Lexington sale, it seems like it starts all the way down there in the fall. You and him kind of have your own spot set up there at the sale ring, and you know, it really starts from there to find a colt and kind of to get him all the way to the Hambletonian. That's kind of the road that you guys take. It starts all the way there in the fall, though, to get here 2 years later into the Hambletonian.
Absolutely, it's a process. I mean, like we always say, it's a marathon with these horses. You know, you try to make good selections at the sales. You know, you try to get them in your training program and keep them happy and healthy and sound. You know, teach them and guide them to what you want them to do. And you know, you hope the end product is what's happening on Saturday.
Let's talk about Venerate. Raced really well in his elimination, finished third, made the final, right? Which is the main goal that we wanted. Now, how do you feel how did Andy and you feel that he was in his elimination and then coming into the week and then into the final this weekend?
We know that's the thing, Wendy. Andy and I think in this sport are risk takers. You know, we've been changing shoes, changing equipment, tweaking them to get him the best we can for this Saturday. And our main goal last week was, hey, make the final. You know, he was trotting hard at the wire. Andy was well pleased with him. He's had a great week. You know, we've dotted our I's and crossed our T's. He seems happy, healthy, and fit. Now it's just going to be how the race unfolds, and you know, hopefully Andy can work out a great trip.
Drawing post 8, you know, hey, like you said, and that's what I love about you. You're all about positivity. You said at least we didn't draw the 9 or 10. Post 8 going into the final. You know, it's a horse race though.
You know what? It was good vibes. You know, luckily, I think it's better to be busy. We were having a crazy day that day, Tuesday, training a bunch of horses, and Tyler was coming home from qualifier as a gesture. Hey, we got the 8. Me and Andy looked at each other and said, better than the 9 or 10. Let's press on.
Let's say Saturday we win. What do you think? Tell us how you'll feel being in that winner's circle on Saturday. Doing it, and especially doing it for you and Andy and as a woman for the sport as well.
That was the question I wasn't ready for, Wendy. You know, I hope I get the feeling. How about that for an answer? Because, you know, you don't want to put the cart before the horse. But, you know, I'm just, you know, I always remember how fortunate, and I have a lot of gratitude that I do this sport with my family. I have a great team of employees. I have a great ownership group. You know, when it comes down to it, that's the foundation. And I think foundation gets you to the winner's circle.
You told me how special this colt was last year, so to be here and have him in the final on Saturday certainly is no surprise.
Oh, you know what, Wendy? You know, Carter has done a great job in Florida with him in the winter months. And I'll never forget, I told Andy, I trained him right before the Hout, and I said, you know, he's got something special. You know, if we can, you know, have him mature into the colt, I think we could be, you know, I think we can have a top Grand Circuit horse.